Hi everybody, this is Amanda from Amanda Rose Tarot, and we're here today to do another pick a card reading. This reading is going to be who is the universe bringing to me? So who is the universe going to be bringing to your life next? Who is coming towards you next? Today I'm doing this a little bit different. The choices are going to be these animals. So these are some of my daughter's little toys that she let me borrow to use for the reading. So the first reading is going to be the octopus. I will tell you about the animal because this will help us to see who that person is that the universe is bringing into you. So we're going to use these spirit animals as well as the cards. The second one is the giraffe. And the third one is the rhino. So whatever animal you're drawn towards, this is going to tell you a little bit about who the universe is bringing to you. We will also do a yes/no for those people that like to ask additional questions. So I'm just going to be quiet for a minute, let you focus on which animal you're drawn towards, and then we will begin the reading. Okay, so if you chose the octopus, so the octopus is an animal that has a lot of psychic abilities. It lives in the deep ocean, so it's connected with the water, and the water speaks of intuition. So this person coming in for you, the person that's coming next for you is going to be strongly intuitive, going to have a lot of psychic abilities. Also can have deep emotions, and they can, you know, also be kind of feared as well. They have a lot of emotions, and they are also they're an animal that's able to move through things, like any barriers that come in front of them. They're able to squeeze through, like little tiny, you know, holes. They can squeeze through them, so they're able to get themselves out of different situations that others would seem kind of hard. Also, they're very productive with their 8 arms. They can do a lot more than other people can do. So they can get a lot done in a quick period of time. They're able to juggle a lot of things at once. So they're very flexible. They're also very strong. And, you know, I wouldn't want to get into a fight with an octopus, that's for sure. So they're going to be a very strong person. They're going to be a hard worker. They're going to be someone that can, you know, be also very flexible. They can be kind of feared as well. And they can be a little bit clingy. They could be kind of a clingy person. Also, they're able to hide themselves. So they can be, you know, hiding something from you, or they can be unseen. So they could be kind of spying on you, being very secretive. But I feel like they are very, they're very intuitive, and they have a lot of deep emotions if you chose this particular person. So let's find out some more qualities about this person that's coming in for you. Okay, the Lover's card. So this could be a Gemini person, doesn't have to be. The next card that you have is the Flirt card. And the last card that you have is the Embrace the Masculine. Okay. So with the Embrace the Masculine, I feel like the person that is coming in for you, if you chose the octopus, is a person who is very masculine. They have a lot of masculine qualities to them. They could be someone who's very assertive, someone who has a lot of authority. They stand up for what they believe in. I feel like they're not afraid of challenges. They're, you know, with the octopus, they're very strong, and they can be kind of intimidating. They can be feared, like this octopus. I feel like they, they go for things, and they don't let others tell them what they can and can't do. They just go for what they want, and they're just very dominant people, and they'll fight for what they believe in. Like this octopus, you know, it can harm you. It really can hurt you. It would rather not, though. It would rather just stay unseen. So I think this person, and also with this card, I see, you know, this face is hiding. So I feel like this person coming in for you, they've been hiding from you, maybe on social media or something. They're like watching your profile, or they could even be like, if you guys live near each other, they could be like, somehow like watching you, staying hidden though, I feel like. But this person, they really, they stand up for what's true, for what they believe in. So I think that they will come out of hiding. If they're hiding from you, I feel like they are going to be coming out of hiding. But this person, they can be so in their masculine that they need to be more gentle, and they need to be more compassionate. So that can be one thing about this person. They need to temper their, you know, their strength with a little bit of compassion and gentleness. And then you get the flirt card. It says, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So I feel like this person, they are a person who's going to tease you. They may make eyes at you. They may, you know, like to touch you with all of their arms. They may just behave the way that they behave. You can tell that they, you know, they have this attraction for you. Maybe their body language, you know, you can just tell, or their tone of voice, or, you know, the way they come on to you, or the way they seduce you. You just know that they want this sexual connection with you. Their body language just shows you that they want greater intimacy with you. So I feel like this person, they're not shy about it with Embrace the Masculine. I feel like they will just, they'll fight for you, because they don't let anything stand in their way. You know, if this is what they believe is for them, then they're going to do it. They're not going to let anybody tell them what they can and can't do. They're just going to be like this octopus, and they're going to be like, oh, you're going to put a barrier in front of me? Well, I'm breaking that freaking barrier down, dude. So I feel like this person, they're very masculine, and they won't let anything stop them from coming to you. I feel like they really want this intimacy with you, especially with the Lovers card. I feel like they have this strong affection towards you, and they're very dominant. Like the way he's grabbing her hands and like putting them behind her, I feel like this person, they're really going to be dominant, and they want to possess you in a way. I feel like they want to, like this octopus, like when he clings on to his prey, he's not going to let go. He's very clingy. So I feel like this person is going to want to cling on to you and not let you go. This could be a choice. Like maybe you have choices, or maybe they have choices, but I feel like they're going to choose you. Like there's no choice but you. It's their true path, and they're going to stand up for what's their truth, and you are their true path. So even if they have to get out of a relationship with someone, they're going to realize that this card talks about the twins. So I feel like this person could be like your twin flame, and they're going to change. If they are on the wrong path, they're going to go on their true path, because they want this intimacy with you. They want this bond with you, and they could be struggling like with their head and their heart, like what their head is telling them to do and what their heart is telling them to do, because the masculine can have a hard time like expressing feelings. So I feel like maybe this person has a hard time expressing this, but I think that they really do want this strong relationship with you, this lasting bond. And I think that they think that this is the only choice that they have, because you know, they do have this they want to be intimate with you. They really want this intimacy with you. And I'm sure you can tell, or you will be able to tell, the way that, you know, they're looking at you, or the way they tease you, or, you know, just their body language. Or maybe they like to touch you, like briefly touch you, like touch your neck or your hand. Or I feel like this person, they're gonna want to touch you, definitely. And I feel like this is a divine connection. Like I said, twins, so this could be a twin flame connection. But I feel like this person, they're gonna have to get in touch with their gentle side, their compassionate side, because I feel like they are a very dominant person. So who is the universe bringing into you? Someone who is going to be very dominant. You could be a little bit scared of them, just because they're so assertive and so authoritative. But I think that you're going to like that about them. You're going to like their dominant side. Yeah. So that's all I have for you if you pick the octopus. But let's do your yes, no. So if you have an additional question, think of it right now. Okay. So you got yes. I'm not sure if that was on camera or not. I really can't see what's on camera, how the cards look, or anything like that. But whatever you asked, the answer is yes. So great reading, octopus. Okay, so if you chose this little giraffe, let me tell you first a little bit about the animal that you chose. This giraffe, he won't stand up. But anyways, so the giraffe looks a little bit different. So the giraffe is kind of unique in the way it looks, but the giraffe is very proud of how it looks. And it knows that it can just rise above its problems. So if the giraffe has problems, it's able to look at them from a higher perspective. And it sees the big picture. It walks high, you know, tall with its head held high. And, you know, it has a lot of confidence. And also, it's very graceful. It's very gentle. It's called the gentle giant for a reason, because it really doesn't like to fight. It doesn't like confrontation. It's more of a loving, peaceful, gentle animal. And it's also connected with the divine, because it's, you know, how it's so tall, it's really connected with the heavens. So it reaches for the higher awareness, the higher psychic, you know, perception of things. So, you know, it can really reach for its dreams, and its soul is, you know, kind of closer with heaven. So this can be a very spiritual person, but it's also, I think it's, this person's going to have self-acceptance. They're going to have love for themselves, even if they are unique, if they're different. They don't care. They're proud of their appearance. They're proud of the way they look. And they just rise above problems. So they see that they're a soul walking in a body. Even if that body has like this long neck, it doesn't care. It's, you know, proud to be itself. And it's also very gentle. It's graceful and it's gentle. Okay, so let's see what the cards say about this person. Okay, you got the World card. You got the past life relationship card. and you got the heed the messengers. Okay. Messengers, whatever. Can you still see that? Okay. So with heed the messengers, this card is really talking about to stop procrastinating. So this person could be procrastinating right now. This person has intuition. They know what they're supposed to be doing. They have voices in their head, like they're so close with the divine. They know what, what these voices are trying to tell them. So they've been seeing signs, they've been seeing messages, maybe they've been seeing angel numbers, or they've been seeing animals, that have been giving them signs from the other side, from the divine. So they have this intuition, but they could be fearing it. They could be fearing change. And so they're trying to silence these voices in their head because they don't want any discomfort in their lives. So I feel like this person, they will stop procrastinating. They will eventually see and hear the truth, and they're going to do what's necessary. But for right now, I feel like maybe they're not. Maybe they're not heeding the messages. So I feel like whoever the universe is bringing into you, they are going to have intuition, but they may have a hard time listening to it. They could be a person who fears change, and they try to silence the voices in their head. So they need to get over that. They need to listen to their third eye and what their third eye is telling them, because they're getting signs from the universe. I mean, they've also got the World card. So they need to listen to the universe and what the universe is trying to tell them. So they could have a hard time doing that, but I feel like in the future, they are going to be doing that. So like if this is a progression, then, they need to heed the messages that are coming into them, that this is a past life relationship. Okay, so maybe when you meet this person, or if you already know them, when you met this person, you felt this strong connection with them. Like you felt like you knew them before, and it was because you guys have had a past life relationship. You've been reincarnated through maybe one lifetime or multiple lifetimes, and each time you're a little bit similar, and the way you look, the way you act, the way you think, they're all similar. So when you guys met each other, regardless of your race, your gender, you just felt called to talk to this person, or like you had some sort of unfinished business with this person. So when you met, this really wasn't an accident that you met them, whether you know that or not. Maybe they're not heeding the message, but they could be coming into this place where they're starting to realize that, they loved you before. They loved you in a past life. And when they met you, they had this strong connection because they're remembering that. They're remembering when they loved you before, and you guys just belonged together. So when you met them, you felt like you knew them, or they felt like they knew you. I feel like you guys both felt like you knew each other. Or if you haven't met this person yet, when you meet them, it's going to be the right time. It's going to be the right time for you guys to be together. So heed the messages that are coming in. And this person, definitely, I feel like they do have a higher awareness of what's going on. Like they could be in denial, but they could be kind of a quiet person. Like with the giraffe, like they don't make a lot of noise. Like if you've ever seen a giraffe, they really don't make a lot of noise. So they could be a quiet person, but they're definitely thinking about this. They're definitely they're quiet, but they think a lot. So I think that they will rise above the problems that you guys have if you already are or have met this person. And with the World card, I think that they do want this success with you. They do want this completion with you. And I think this kind of will be a rebirth when you guys get back together. So this is the World supporting you and supporting this relationship. So maybe there's gonna have to be an ending, but there will be a rebirth. So if you guys have like separated or broken up or whatever, you're gonna start again and it's gonna be successful. So with this person, you could feel a sense of belonging, like you belong together, and like you guys are two parts of one soul. So I feel like you're gonna feel whole again when you come together with this person, and it's going to be very successful. It's going to be very harmonious, and it's going to feel like it, you know, the universe is rewarding you somehow. So this completion can actually be, you know, like the ending of the single life, like completing a cycle and moving into like a new cycle, like a commitment, or, you know, traveling together, just having, you know, completing it, and it's going to be a success, because this isn't a bad card. So it's like, it's getting what you want, achieving what you want after like a long road of maybe spiritual enlightenment, you know, rising above your problems, getting this higher awareness, connecting with the divine in the heavens. I think it's going to be a progression to, you know, where the universe is supporting you. It's like, yes, finally you're figuring this shit out. Like, how come it took you so long to figure this shit out, is what I'm feeling. So with this person, I think definitely you will have an opportunity to finish this. If it started either in, like, you guys already met and you had kind of something and then it ended, or if this is just like a continuation from your past life, like continuing your relationship from the past life and completing like the next cycle, like the next lifetime together. Like if you guys like had past, I'm digressing. I'm really digressing. So you guys know what I'm trying to say. So yeah. Let's just do your yes, no coin flip. Sometimes I repeat myself. That probably bothers you guys. It bothers me. When I go back to edit these videos, I watch them and I'm like, ugh, why did you say that twice? Or why'd you keep repeating yourself? I don't know. I just do. Okay. So you guys get no. So I don't know what you asked, because this is not a yes, no. This is who is the universe bringing to me. But I see it's no for right now. Like, maybe this person's still working on trying to heed the message, and maybe they just don't believe in past life relationships at this point. So they may need some time to figure it out. They're a slow learner. Okay, so last but not least, if you pick this big old tough rhino, rawr. Okay, I'm sorry you guys, I don't know what's up with me, but this rhino, it can appear kind of scary. You know, it's got this little sharp horn, it can really hurt you, but this person, you know, they may have thick skin. They may on the outside seem very tough and kind of scary. Like they're defensive. They have this thick skin, and they protect themselves from predators. If they think you're a predator, then they're gonna stab you with their horn. They're very protective of themselves. They're also very strong. They're very strong and they're very powerful. So, you know, this person, you don't want to mess with them. They're kind of like a powerhouse. They're very strong. So sometimes they can bring in explosive power. Like, they can come in like a steamroller, and they can just, you know, mow you down. So I feel like this person, they have a strong presence, and they forge ahead without fear. They also, the rhino is it's a solitary animal, and it likes to be alone. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's comfortable in its own company, and it has a strong connection with ancient times and ancient wisdom. So this person, they're not afraid of being alone. They like to be by themselves, and they like to be in nature. Like, they're connected with Mother Earth. They sleep in the tall grass, and they have these mud baths. So they like being alone. They like connecting with the universe. Deep down, they really don't like to, have confrontations. They like to avoid confrontation unless it's inevitable. So although they seem kind of fierce and violent, they're actually very passive. So this person may be stereotyped as a very scary person. And so because of that, they may like pull away from the world, and they could run into a lot of toxic people that stereotype them or judge them. So they kind of like they like to be by themselves. But rather than be antisocial, I feel like this person, they should just remember that there are people out there that share their values, and they need to stay around those people that share their values. So this person may be kind of tough. They have thick skin. They may be, kind of intimidating, but really they don't want to fight. They really don't want to fight, and they're really passive, and they just come across as looking tough, So they've been stereotyped maybe by the way they look, and so because of that, maybe they have a hard time, opening up to people because of people have treated them unfairly. I feel like people have, seen them as mean or scary, or, but that's not who they really are. They want to avoid confrontation. Okay, so let's look at the cards for who is coming in. Who's the universe bringing? 9 of Swords, separation, and challenge your perception. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still see all that. I really don't know. Okay. So with this person, the 9 of Swords. So this person, I feel like they're kind of overwhelmed. Maybe they have a hard time sleeping at night. They keep going over their troubles, their problems, their worries, their thoughts. Maybe they're scared of failing, or there's problems that aren't solved yet, so they're really thinking about them. They're thinking about all their problems and maybe what went wrong, and what they said and what they did, and they're focusing too much on themselves, and they're not going to be able to get success if they keep focusing on themselves. Like this person, they're alone, they're focusing on their problems, like this rhino. Like this is a perfect animal for this person. Like maybe they don't show to the outside world that they are this way, but I feel like they're just, at night they have these gnawing thoughts, and they can't find a solution to them. They need to get out of their head. Like these swords aren't stabbing them. This is all in this person's head. So they need to look, because there's an owl in this card. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's an owl out the window. So they need to look for, the truth. They need to look for the answers, because the answers are there, but they're not seeing them. They're not seeing them. They're just focusing on their pain, their anxiety, what they did wrong, their problems, where they failed, what they said, what they did. Like they're like, oh, why? But that's really not helping them. They need to get out of their head is what they need to do. And the separation card. So I feel like you and this person are not together. You guys are not together right now. But they need to realize that they're not alone. that the angels are there. The angels are supporting them during this temporary separation. So I feel like this is going to be a temporary separation while you guys are transitioning. You guys are actually evolving and growing. So maybe it's how to handle your thoughts, how to get out of your head. So this is one of the things that the universe is bringing to you because it's something that you need to work on. And so the separation, I feel like it's preparing you for the next step, the next journey that you're going on. So, you know, just realize that you're not alone during this time. The angels are there and they're trying to help you. So maybe just the timing is off with this person. Maybe they're not free to pursue you right now. And they got to work on themselves and their self-confidence, their self-respect. They need to work on themselves. And they could be maybe too overwhelmed. Maybe this is an intense connection where there's a lot of chemistry and they really don't understand it, or they don't want to accept it, or they don't want to deal with this connection because it may leave them feeling vulnerable, or, you know, they don't want to lose control of their emotions. It could feel kind of risky. And so they want to stay apart and they're learning lessons while you guys are apart. So I feel like they just felt like they should break away before any more damage was done. Like they were probably doing things to damage this connection even more. Like I feel like they're going over like, why did I say that? Or why did I do that? So they feel like they have to separate from you before they do any more damage. Because I feel like they did do some damage in this connection. So the angels have separated you guys for a reason. It may not seem like it, but I feel like this person can't deal with it. It's too intense for them and they can't deal with it. They don't want to lose control of their emotions. So they could be even maybe seeking something safer, something less risky, because they don't want to get themselves hurt. You know, like this rhino, his skin is very thick, but deep down, like inside, he can get hurt. Maybe he can fight off a lot of things, but you know, he can actually die. He can get hurt. So I feel like he or she, sorry I keep saying he, but they don't want to get hurt. They really don't want to get hurt. Even if they have thick skin, they are capable of getting hurt. So I feel like they would rather like be alone or be with someone else who is less of a risk, someone who is safer. Maybe they don't have that intense connection with that person, so they feel that it's safer to be with that person because then they won't get hurt because, you know, they don't feel the same way towards that person. And then the final card is challenge your perception. So I feel like whoever the universe is bringing to you, they are going to have to look at it from a different point of view, because I feel like they're just looking at it from their side of it. They're focusing on themselves. They need to look at it from your point of view. They need to stand in your shoes for a bit, okay? And they have to realize that both sides can actually be wrong. You know, they're thinking, oh, what I did was wrong. What I said was wrong. You know, why did I do that? Well, both sides can be in the wrong and both sides can be in the right. It can be both ways. It can be both right and wrong. So they can't just look at it from one side. They have to look at it from both sides. So what one person can see as very harmful, like this rhino, a lot of people think that this, you know, could be harmful. Another person could see it as very very good and very healing and very like, you know, beneficial. Okay, it's beneficial to like run away. Okay, so maybe one person sees this as running away and one person sees this as healing and beneficial. So it's challenging yourself to understand the other person's point of view and be willing to put aside your feelings and your beliefs and embrace it from the other person's point of view. So I feel like this person, they're going to have to get out of their shell. They're going to have to, you know, find their people that they share values with. And I feel like you are their person that they share these things with. You guys have the same type of interest and thoughts. And so rather than them to be antisocial and defensive and protect themselves, maybe they feel like you're a predator. And so they have to protect themselves because you're their predator. They're going to need to just get out of that. They're going to have to, you know, realize that this connection, it's, you know, it's got to grow. It's got to evolve and just accept it. You know, rather than run away from it, they're going to have to accept it. Even if they have to let their guard down, you know, and not be so fierce. So that's what I'm feeling with this one. Kind of a weird message, but that's what I'm feeling. So let's do your yes, no. Okay, we got no. So I feel like it's no for right now. Whatever you asked is no. So don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. I don't control that. It's random. Whatever it does, it does. So I can't control it. So thank you guys for coming. I hope you like this message. Let me know down in the comments. If you would like a personal reading, then shoot me an email. It's amandarosetarot@hotmail.com and I can help you out. So thank you guys. Love and light, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.